Thank you, Colleen. Well, last one. I'm well aware that I'm the only one standing between all of you in the happy hour, so I'm going to do my best to make sure that this isn't the longest 3 minutes of your life. So, I am Rodney Reisdorf, CEO and co-founder of Verivend, the platform that is changing how capital moves. So why do we need to change how capital moves? Well, for a lot of reasons. The way that capital has been moving has been challenged by wasted time, manual effort, and unnecessary risks and fraud. Wasted time, effort, and fraud. That sounds pretty terrible when you're moving money, right? And the people that have been moving this capital historically have been GPs, LPs, and attorneys. And nothing against any of them, present company included, they're not payment processing experts. There is a massive amount of capital that is moving every year. In the past 10 years, PE fundraising activity has increased 215%, with VC activity increasing 476%. And changing the way that capital moves is already starting to work. One of our most recent customers just completed over a $20 million raise on our platform from over 100 of their LPs and saw 2/3 of that capital funded in 24 hours. And they did it with Verivend, the private capital payments platform, and the way that they painlessly, paperlessly, and effortlessly raised and deployed their capital. And most importantly, transacting on Verivend is way more secure than how people have been transacting historically. All sensitive payment information is always secured on our platform and never exchanged between either party. When was the last time you provided your personal bank information to anybody, right? So why are businesses still doing this? And here's how it works. And we're going from upper left clockwise so we can all follow along at home. So, an entity raising capital, whether that's a private equity firm, a VC fund, an SPV, commercial real estate developer, can send out capital calls and distribution payments within seconds. Their investors and LPs receive them with one click. They're in the platform for a completely frictionless process. And all sensitive payment data is always secured and never exchanged. And the recipient of the funds receives them in their secure Verivend digital wallet and available for immediate access. And it doesn't just stop with moving capital. Now that we've nailed the hard part, what we're doing now with our product roadmap is focusing on adjacent opportunities to provide our customers with a comprehensive and full way to manage the entire life cycle of their funds and their investor networks. Our competition is really the only way and the legacy ways that capital has been moving, with paper checks, manual effort and reconciliation, and massive fraud that we all hear about every single day. And that screenshot, well, it's probably hard to see in the back, is an actual email from one of our customers that was received earlier this month with fraudulent wire instructions telling one of their customers to say, nope, our payment instructions have changed, wire them here. So if I wanted to exchange money with any one of you, what would I do? I would pull out my phone, I would open up Venmo, and I'd be done in a couple seconds. So why is it so hard for businesses to exchange capital with all of these outdated ways? Does anyone know when the first wire transfer was sent? 20 years ago? 30 years ago? 1872. Thank you, Jordy. 150 years ago. I did not ask him to say that. So why are people raising and deploying capital with 150-year-old technology? And checks go back to the 1600s. It's insane. Our transaction volume continues to grow month over month, and I am thrilled to let all of you know that just yesterday, we exceeded over $100 million in total transactions processed on our platform. Thank you. It's a nice milestone. Thanks for that. So our business model is pure SaaS. We have a scaled tiered subscription model for capital firms raising and deploying based on their annual transaction volume, one-time fee for startups who are raising their fundraising rounds, and it's completely free for investors and LPs to operate and use on our platform. So who are we? Well, our leadership and our founding team brings experience from companies such as Liaison, ACV Auctions, a portfolio of successful private companies, and the private capital space. And we are no strangers to successful exits, amazing IPOs, and substantial revenue under management. Okay, so in closing, since I've been on the spot, I'm going to put all of you on the spot now. So by a show of hands, how many of you are planning to raise or deploy capital? Okay, it's a room full of investors and founders, right? So everybody's hand should go up. Okay, so perfect. I would love to talk to each and every one of you at the cocktail reception about how Verivend can make that easier, safer, and a more secure experience. Thank you.